Will we finally get the full Jeffrey Epstein files? Huh. And I can stop talking about this already and have y'all stop telling me to leave this damn story alone? I don't know. You let me know. I just want to let you guys know, happy Friday. Hope everybody's having a fantastic 19th, because guess what? I am. I slept well and hope you did too. Today, will we finally get the full Jeffrey Epstein files? I don't know. We're going to see. Let's see where we at over here. We got a little bit more time. Let me get this straight over here. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. How's everybody doing in the chat? Everybody's good. Go ahead and chime in. That's right, you guys. It's Friday, y'all. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let's get into it, you guys. It's almost that time. But of course, you know what we got to do, right? Let's get in some prayers. Okay, let's go. Who we got in the building this morning? Let's get in those prayers for good health. Good health, great spirits, family good health, and great achievements and constant pursuing and constant pursuing of their dreams, and just overall good community. That's right, what we're praying for this morning, you guys. Okay, who we praying for? Okay, we got Casey in the building. Good morning. Batty Lynn. Jen Cat Set 4783, Heart of 5, Casey Ramos, who that? Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. I hope you're feeling good, because we always pray for you. Who else we got up in the building? We got Jen Karen. Okay, I see Casey. Who else? Liberty and Justice. Good morning. Didn't see you until late yesterday. Hope you're doing good. Mark Dorfman. Also want to say good morning to Sam Champion, Tin Majin. Who else? Dot Focus, Kendra Walker, and whoever else we missed. Good morning, you guys. Amen. It's time to get it on, y'all. I know it's got to be time now. I don't want to waste any more time. It's Friday. I hear everything. Oh, yeah, by the way, finished the book already. So whoever wants it, if you already a member, send me the address in the email. Let me know, especially my mods. Anybody want this book? I got you. I'll send it to you. Really kind of intense read, if I do say so myself, you guys, after all the stuff that we've been through. Y'all ready? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. That's right, y'all. It's Friday. What time is it? It's time to get it on. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Even though I lost my chat, I'll get it back, but we got to keep on going. Okay. Olay. That's right, you guys. Y'all know what we're doing right now, right? In the spirit of the holiday, we can't forget. We've been doing all the other songs and everything, but you know we can't forget the holiday and the spirit that we're in right now. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I gotta open up those pores. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta open up those pores. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta open up those pores. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta open up those pores. You guys know, right? Cause do you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen? But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Dun, 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 dun. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And then they jumped on his dollar as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. You guys know why I'm open, right? Because if that be, it's Thursday the 19th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit like Rudolph's nose. You'll go down in history. How everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. Like I said, I lost my chat over there, but we still got to keep on moving forward. When we get in the motions, I'll get all of that stuff back and we'll get right back on point. But you know how we do. Problems present opportunities. So I'm just going to give a couple of shout outs right now real quick. Rebecca, Lanya, and Bueno, Sam Champion, people that I saw in the chat. Want you guys to have a fantastic and safe day no matter what. Let's keep it moving, you guys, because guess what? It's time to get into it, because I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. I'm going to need you guys to stay on point, stay on topic, because guess what? We got a lot to get into today. Current events, trending topics, my antics, and the #1 chat on YouTube during the 6 o'clock hour. Y'all know where we're at right now, right? This is our bottom line. Time to get it in. And without any further ado, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? I got 5 on it. Stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on point, stay on topic. Make sure you let me know where you're chiming in from and let me know what time it is. I love to do research on your area so that I can know and we can be on point with certain stories, and it can be relative. Keep that chat going. All I want you guys to do is have a fantastic day. And without any further ado, you know what I'm about to say right now, right? Let's get into these titles. Let's go, y'all. My bad. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. Lost my chat, but I'm back. Let's go. What we got up here this morning on the board? Is that it? We're hoping that today is it. We've been talking about the Epstein files for years now. So is it the day? Is it today that will we finally get the full Jeffrey Epstein files? You guys let me know what you think in the chat. Do you think they're going to hold back? Do you think it's going to be redactions? Whatever you think, let me know, because we got to keep on moving, because we got Minnesota situations going on where reportedly a reporter inaccurately they're reporting inaccurate SNAP benefits to the federal government. Minnesota has been reporting inaccurate numbers to the federal government when it comes down to the SNAP benefits for many years now. You guys are gonna watch this video and say, are you serious? Anytime you ask somebody a finance question and they trip up this many times, there's a big question that needs to be asked. Let's keep on moving forward, because last but not least, we got Florida that's clarifying the state law regarding illegal license plates frames. That's right, the frames that go around the license plates, they're illegal now. You will get pulled over and you will get a fine. It's time to get into it, you guys. Let me go grab the chat, fix that back up, get you guys on point, stack this video. First thing I'm gonna come with this morning is, of course, we got some information coming through from President Trump, of course, and he's talking about, he's delivering an address to the nation. Let's get into it, you guys. Good morning. Happy Friday. Let's go. Hope everybody got their tea and coffee ready, your water. Let's go.
America, 11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it. When I took office, inflation was the worst in 48 years, and some would say in the history of our country, which caused prices to be higher than ever before, making life unaffordable for millions and millions of Americans. This happened during a Democrat administration, and it's when we first began hearing the word affordability. Our border was open, and because of this, our country was being invaded by an army of 25 million people, many who came from prisons and jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums. They were drug dealers, gang members, and even 11,888 murderers, more than 50% of whom killed more than one person. This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country, and it can never be allowed to happen again. We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, crime at record levels with law enforcement, and words such as that just absolutely forbidden. We had the worst trade deals ever made, and our country was laughed at from all over the world, but they're not laughing anymore. Over the past 11 months, we have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history. There's never been anything like it, and I think most would agree. I was elected in a landslide, winning the popular vote and all 7 swing states and everything else, with a mandate to take on a sick and corrupt system that really just took the wealth from people and crushed the dreams of the American people. For the last 4 years, the United States was ruled by politicians who fought only for insiders, illegal aliens, career criminals, corporate lobbyists, prisoners, terrorists, and above all, foreign nations, which took advantage of us at levels never seen before. They flooded your cities and towns with illegal aliens.
Sorry about that. I had to reset the
They
chat.
decimated your hard-earned savings.
I can see
They
your chat now,
indoctrinated your children with hate for America. They just released a level of violent felons that we had never seen to prey on innocent. They caused war. They caused mayhem. They caused a horrible situation all over the globe. But now you have a president who fights for the law-abiding, hardworking people of our country, the ones who make this nation run, who make this nation work. And after just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. For the past 7 months, 0 illegal aliens have been allowed into our country, a feat which everyone said was absolutely impossible. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else. As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president. We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, and we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country. In other words, in a few short months, we went from worst to best. We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C. It's at levels of safety that we've never seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartel.
So I can't watch it all. So I'm going to try to wrap it up.
11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected. And our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen. Soon we will host the World Cup and the Olympics, both of which I got. But most importantly, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. There could be no more fitting tribute to this epic milestone than to complete the comeback of America that began just 1 year ago. When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe. We are respected again like we have never been respected before. To each and every one of you, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
I want you guys to see that, because Lord knows, you know how he get around holidays. You might not see him for the next 8, 9, 13 days, we be putting out APBs like, where's President Trump at? We got to keep on moving forward because right now, let's give that respect. Let's give that respect that everyone needs to give as President Trump is participating in the dignified transference ceremony. We didn't cover this. Nobody really covered it on our show, so we're covering it. Just at least some of it. As you guys know, he went to the ceremony, and this is the transfer ceremony right here. Let me make sure that it's moving. Hold on a second. There we go. There you go. Yes, we have to, that's right, show respect at this time right here, you guys. Y'all know what's about to happen here. As the president, Melania, President Trump, as well as soldiers show respect. And I cannot tell you exactly to what. I'm so sorry. If somebody in the chat can help me out with this, I'd appreciate it. But I did see, I think we need to show respect. Yes. Ceremony of the transference. Best information I can get. Anybody in the comments, help your boy out. Always got to show respect, though. That's right. All right. Let's get that out of there. We did what we had to do. Got to show respect all the time. Keep on moving forward because yesterday, MIT professor powed in Boston. Okay, groceries will come down, but it takes time. Okay, wait a minute. Do you understand economics and how inflation works? Joe BX. Okay, let's keep on moving forward. I was wondering what you trying to throw them numbers up there for, bruh. What you mean by them numbers right there? Let's keep on going to this breaking information that I had no idea about from an MIT professor.
And we are also covering another developing story coming in out of Massachusetts, the Boston area here. I want to pop this up on your screen to give you a look at what we're talking about. Now, about 50 miles away from Brown University in Brookline, Massachusetts, there is this other high-profile homicide investigation that's been launched after an MIT professor was gunned down in his own home, with the shooter still on the run as of this morning. The Norfolk District Attorney's Office confirms Nuno Loureiro, a 47-year-old physicist and fusion scientist, was shot Monday night at his home near Boston. He was taken to a hospital where he died from his injuries. Now, the prosecutor's office says, as of last night, there are no suspects in custody, but they have labeled this a quote-unquote homicide investigation that is active, and you can see the photo of the victim right there on your screen. Loureiro joined MIT back in 2016, named last year to lead the school's Plasma Science and Fusion Center, one of the largest labs at the university, with more than 250 people working across about 7.
Yeah, we got to get into this and see what's going on with this story. This is just now happening, late breaking, just came in. Come on, let's go. Come on. Don't play. Let's go. No time for
Buildings. Loureiro, who was married, grew up in central Portugal and studied in Lisbon before earning his doctorate in London. That's according to information from MIT. Now, the school's saying he was a researcher at an institute for nuclear fission before joining the university. The FBI asked whether this shooting could in any way be connected to the Brown University attack. The agency explaining, as of now, it knew of no connection between the crimes. A Boston University student who lives near the professor's apartment in Brookline told the Boston Globe that she heard 3 loud noises Monday night and was worried it was gunfire. The U.S. ambassador to Portugal expressing his condolences online, saying, quote, "It's not hyperbole to say MIT is where you go to find solutions to humanity's biggest problems. Fusion energy will change the course of human history," end quote. Again, this is an active homicide investigation. We will keep you updated here as we get additional information.
Same thing I'm going to do, you guys, but you already know what we got to do. First, we got to show love and respect to the man who lost his life. We have no idea why, but yes, we have to show respect as well as to the family of the victim who lost his life and everyone who was affected by this tragic event. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over where? To Trump as he does what? He coming in the party with the spliffers in C. That's the place lot people want to be. I'm sorry, you guys. But yes, I know a lot of people are going to be happy right now. A lot of my business partners and people that I do business with. Because Trump signs an executive order reclassifying Sinsemilla, Marijuana, you guys. You know what I'm talking about. That's funny stuff that make you always laugh. Let's go.
President Trump is moving ahead with an executive order that could expand access to marijuana for many Americans. Erica Brown is live from the White House with more. Erica, good evening.
Good evening, Dick. And
Why is she smiling though?
this order comes on the heels of the president's address to the nation Wednesday, where he laid out his priorities and his policies, and he signed that executive order today that would ease some restrictions on marijuana by reclassifying the drug. Now, this is part of an effort to increase medical research, not to expand recreational use.
Yeah,
President Trump signed an executive order marking the most significant shift in marijuana.
Yeah, okay. That's just the beginning. Because what was it, a month ago when they were talking about shutting it all down until the 196 million numbers started getting in their face? Wait a minute, you mean to tell me per market we're going to lose $196 million? Maybe we need to reclassify. Exactly, yeah. And all of the stock market and all of that, they was like, nah, we got to fix this.
Marijuana drug policy in decades.
We have people begging for me to do this, people that are in great pain.
The executive order expedites rescheduling of marijuana from a Schedule 1 drug to a Schedule 3 drug. It does not change federal criminal penalties for marijuana possession or expand access for recreational use, but it does increase medical marijuana research.
The facts compel the federal government to recognize that marijuana can be legitimate in terms of medical applications when carefully administered.
The move comes after President Trump touted his administration's policies and accomplishments during a primetime address to the nation Wednesday, focusing much of his remarks on the economy.
Inflation has stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down.
New data released Thursday shows inflation cooled in November. The consumer price index rose 2.7% from the same time last year. But some Democrats say the president used his speech to exaggerate his economic achievements.
For 18 minutes, the president last night tried to convince Americans the sky is green, that trees can walk. He yelled at the camera and said that things are somehow going great, even though costs are up.
Recent CBS News polling finds a majority of people surveyed, 76%, say their income is not keeping up with inflation rates.
No, it's not.
Now today, the White House also announced that the Kennedy Center board that was handpicked by President Trump voted to rename the Performing Arts Center to the Trump Kennedy Center. And that...
All right, that's a little too much gloating right there. You ain't going to be president forever now. That's when I start tapping into saying stuff like, what's going on with that? That's a little too much. And yeah, I don't agree on everything. I don't. I'm not going to just blindly follow anybody. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really would appreciate it because it gets much more people over here. We got to get on over to Australia where police are probing wider network into the Bondi Beach massacre. I'm sorry, I can say beach. I can say beach, but I can't say that last word. Let's go.
Police have raised the possibility of new raids and further arrests over the Bondi Beach massacre, while the surviving
Yeah, I can say that first word, but I can't say the second one.
gunman Naveed Akram remains in hospital facing 59 charges. Police are now looking at whether the father and son had any outside help.
The father is no longer with us.
While all physical evidence has been collected from Bondi Beach, behind the scenes, specialists in forensics and ballistics are piecing together a minute-by-minute breakdown of what happened. Police have already searched the Akram's home at Bonnyrigg in Sydney's west and the Campsie Airbnb they had rented before the terror attack. There have been no other arrests, but that could change.
They told his wife that he was going on a fishing trip, and they basically went out and did this. They've been planning this for a while. The father is no longer alive. The son is in recovery.
In the coming days, the New South Wales Joint Counter-Terrorism Team will execute further search warrants to support our investigation. There is a lot of material to be examined,
indicating more people are in the sights of investigators.
My speculative interpretation is that they had arranged through contacts in Sydney to meet with an Islamic State
That's right,
in
Dustin.
Davao.
That city in the southern Philippines is a known hotbed of Islamic State extremism. Naveed Akram and his father Sajid travelled there last month, staying 4 weeks before returning to Sydney. Filipino authorities now contributing to the investigation.
The AFP continues to work with both domestic and international partners to build a more complete picture of the movements and who the alleged offenders had contact with both in Australia and offshore.
Yeah, they want to know if this thing is going to be continued. No, you got to finish
That
this.
includes security agencies in India, where Sajid Akram's family home in Hyderabad remains locked and deserted. In Sydney, associates of the Akrams are also likely to be questioned in the days ahead. 7 News spoke to the owner of a Western Sydney gym where Naveed briefly trained. He says the 24-year-old kept to himself and did not have a membership, dubbing him an outsider. Investigators are now examining where the Akrams were radicalised. Naveed appeared in videos handing out pamphlets connected to this mosque, the Al Medina Dawa Centre. A cleric who preaches here has now responded for a second time. No evidence has been produced showing any personal, organisational or instructional link between Naveed Akram and Wissam Haddad, as the AFP Commissioner issues a warning to hate preachers.
These individuals who spew hatred and cause fear are on my radar.
Sam Payne, 7 News.
Crazy. Yeah, they got some real in-depth photos, guys. We're trying to really get this information out to you guys early in the morning before you go to work on this Friday. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up and give me all the money in your pockets. No, I'm just kidding, because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I don't try to hit your pockets. And I got a little bit of Bustelo and Lipton green tea in the kitchen. So we're going to be all right. But what I would like is if we can get up in the at least 100 likes to get more people over here. It gets the word out and lets many more people know what we got going on. And this is very serious right here. Many people may not think so, but I thought so. So I'm going to give you guys, and a little bit of our nerds desk here, a little bit of info on AI. And what's this? Synthetic biology. That's right. And because it has to do with AI and the advancement of bioerrorism, which could be dangerous. Because just because AI is good when it comes down to one part does not mean that it can't be bad on another part. So I queued this up a little bit to bring in a little bit of commentary on just that part.
Thank you. So Mr. McKnight, to my knowledge, an AI-enabled biological threat has not been developed. Can you tell me how easy it would be to use AI-enabled technology to create a biological threat?
I think the important thing is that our adversaries or groups that seek to do harm understand the impact that biology has had and does have on societies. So the incentive, as we increase capabilities to create novel pathogens or modify natural pathogens, the incentives to use those capabilities to reduce the economic, political, and social will of America, as we've evidenced through the results of the pandemic, continue to increase, attendant with the technical capabilities to do so. Unless we take and create a significant deterrence architecture, which we have done in other domains, the idea that those...
Come on, this is important. Stop playing. As soon as he gets to the heat, stop playing. Come on, give it up, give it up.
The advantage of using those capabilities is real. And what I mean by that is today, if somebody were to do something, we have an inability to detect that and do attribution of where it came from. So there's an inability for us to truly, with unity, hold somebody accountable for using these capabilities. And then secondarily, with our response infrastructure, unless we continue to invest in our response infrastructure, they will see an opportunity to impact our nation. So the two things, detection so that we can find who did it, and
so that we can't even figure out who did it if it happened. Like we're trying to still blame Wuhan for the, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Response so that we can show it won't work are the two critical things to mitigate what is a really expansive area of innovation that is hard to our point previously, hard to regulate every piece of it, especially when the actors that seek to use these technologies are outside of our regulatory sphere.
Thank you for that.
All right, let's get on. Let's keep on moving forward. I just wanted you guys to be a little bit a little more knowledgeable about that, if it can possibly happen. The fact that they can't even detect it and they won't even know who did it. That's a little bit scary right there. Keep on moving forward. Yeah, AI is very smart, but how smart is it? Get this thing to clean itself up as it's moving along. Whoa. Let's keep on moving forward. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Massachusetts, we got a new U.S. attorney. FBI revealed changes in SNAP theft. Uh-oh, let's get to the money. Let's get to the money and how much they stole and how much they sent over to overseas.
Good afternoon. Today we are announcing federal charges against two men, Antonio Bonner and Saul Elisme, for large-scale SNAP benefit trafficking, a scheme that turned a program designed to feed families into a multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise. SNAP benefits are also known as food stamps. The defendants are charged with one count of food stamp fraud. As alleged in the charging documents, these men abused one of the government's most critical safety net programs for their own financial gain. This is taxpayer money meant to keep people from going hungry.
Not gonna believe the numbers.
These defendants decided to take it for themselves. These defendants exchanged SNAP benefits for cash, which they pocketed. Bonner, a naturalized U.S. citizen from Haiti, owned the Jesuela Variety Store. Elisme, a lawful permanent resident also from Haiti, owned the Saul Mache Mixe store. These two businesses were co-located within a single storefront in Boston. To be certain, these were not supermarkets. They were not full-service groceries. It would be a huge stretch to even call them convenience stores. In fact, the only thing convenient about these stores was how easy it was to commit SNAP benefit fraud. To put this in perspective, the Jesuela Variety Store is less than 150 square feet in size, smaller than some bathrooms. The Saul Mache Mixe store was approximately 500 square feet in space. By contrast, a supermarket can be 20,000 to 60,000 square feet in size,
True.
have a dozen or more registers, and employ numerous employees. Both the Jesuela Variety and Saul Mache Mixe stores had one register, no carriages, no hand baskets, and very little food for sale. One legitimate supermarket in the same area as these stores redeems approximately $80,000 in SNAP benefits per month. Over the last 20 months, the Jesuela Variety Store was redeeming between 3 and 6 times that amount monthly.
So 24,000, 240,000 more. They didn't even have more registers. They didn't have the counter space. They didn't have the food. None of that. They was getting that money though. Let's go and double tap that screen to get those likes up because we getting it out today.
With nowhere near the space, inventory, customers, or infrastructure to support it. The Saul Mache Mixe store redeemed over $120,000 in SNAP benefits in the last 6 months. Simply put, there is no plausible way SNAP-eligible food could have been purchased from these stores for this long. Yet, these two stores are alleged to have illicitly trafficked nearly $7 million in SNAP benefits. The fraud was shocking and glaring.
Oh.
Investigators found that both stores had exceptionally large and highly anomalous SNAP redemption volumes, far beyond what is remotely possible for businesses of their size, type, and location. Since March of 2024, the Jesuela Variety Store had monthly SNAP redemptions that consistently exceeded $100,000. In the previous 20 months, the monthly SNAP redemptions were between $200,000 and $300,000 a month. In one of those months, the redemptions exceeded $500,000. Investigators' suspicions of fraudulent activity were confirmed on the ground. During the course of this investigation, undercover officers used EBT cards to traffic SNAP benefits for cash at both the Jesuela Variety Store and the Saul Mache Mixe store. The defendants themselves were working the cash registers, and both exchanged SNAP benefits for cash with the undercover officers. Observations made by the undercovers showed that it was just as easy for anyone with an EBT card to walk into either store and convert hundreds of dollars in SNAP benefits into cash, all tax-free.
So they go in there with their SNAP benefits and they be like, what, they take less amount of the money or something like that? Like, so what, like, I give you $100, how much you give me back? How they do it, y'all? How they do it, y'all? How they do it? Trillion been stolen from taxpayers. How do they do it? They go in there with the card and they act like they buy something. How they doing this? Damn near money laundering. If they live, $50 back for $100. $50 back for $100. Man, hell with that. If I had some food stamps as expensive as food is, I'm going in there. You talking about giving me $50 for $100? I'm going to get me some food and go up to the crib. Hell with all that crap that you talking about. I don't know about all that. I ain't doing all that because food is expensive out here. 50-50, 70-30. I'm not with them. Man, yeah, whatever. And then you get caught and get locked up messing around with them. Now you in there like this. Or what you in jail for? You got murderers in there, all types of crazy psycho people in there. Talking about, yeah, what you in here for? Oh, I did some SNAP fraud. Yeah, you deserve to be in here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to another part where the feds announce another fraud, guilty plea, and the Feeding Our Future scam. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars was sent to Kenya for this lady to buy a house in Africa. Check this out. I'm talking about at least about $15 million altogether on this one. 14 to 15 million in Minnesota.
Starting with a stunning revelation tonight involving SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program in Minnesota. 5 investigators found the state repeatedly reported incorrect information about SNAP.
So the state was sending back the wrong information to the government. And watch how she looked like she don't know her ass from her elbow when she's trying to explain. Anytime you go to an accountant or anybody that deal with your money and they talk like this lady, you got a problem on your hands.
To the federal government. Investigative reporter Kirsten Swanson then discovered the state agency in charge of that program relied on that inaccurate data to answer her questions about fraud in the program.
This is a story.
Now she's good. The next lady, not her, she's got the books. She got her stuff together. And the next lady is who I'm talking about.
All about numbers and what happens when a state agency gets those numbers wrong. For months, 5 Investigates has been looking into Minnesota's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. It all started with this number, 174%. This federal report has a ton of information on the SNAP program. It showed the amount of money Minnesota distributed in SNAP benefits jumped 174% from 2020 to 2021. No other state even comes close to that percentage. That big number got a lot of attention on the social media platform X in early November and raised speculation about potential fraud in the program. So we went to Minnesota's Department of Children, Youth, and Families for an explanation.
What happened was there was a mathematical error in a calculation of data that Minnesota provided to USDA.
Commissioner Tiki Brown says the state mistakenly included pandemic EBT funds in its report to the federal government, which inflated the SNAP issuance numbers. During that interview, I also asked about fraud in SNAP.
No.
Your department has said that fraud in SNAP is incredibly rare. Can you give us some context there to help us understand what that means? Commissioner Brown told us less than 1% of all program participants are found to have committed fraud in SNAP. And then she offered even more specific numbers.
She worse than me with the receipts.
So in 2020, let me see if I can get the right data here. In 2020, sorry, sure I have the right data.
Look, this is the one I'm talking about, y'all. She don't know what's going on.
What year is that? We'll skip the date. So at one point in time, we had 143 program intentional program violations found, which was 0.003% of all cases.
Days after that interview and following 3 requests for clarity on what she told us, a spokesperson sent us this email that said the numbers we shared in the interview are inaccurate, like the SNAP issuance data in the federal report from 2021. 5 Investigates has since discovered that critical data on how much money Minnesota spends on SNAP and how many people are bilking the system is incorrect in all 3 of the most recent federal reports on the program.
You can't get around somebody like this. When she say investigative reporting, receipts, what's going on here?
So the first time through, okay, we can understand that can happen. Now, if that continues for several years, now we're going to have a different conversation.
Julie Blaha is the Minnesota State Auditor. Every year, her office audits federal funds spent by Minnesota agencies. She told me an error like this isn't surprising.
When you have a brand new program and you have some that have some very, very technical, very precise ways of categorizing the data, that's not a surprise to have something miscategorized. Now, you want to fix it. We're going to check it. We're going to fix it. Because there are people who depend on that data to make decisions.
And the people making decisions about SNAP funding are members of Congress. We asked to speak with Minnesota Representatives Angie Craig and Brad Finstad. Both sit on the House Committee on Agriculture. Craig's office said due to the demands on her schedule, she couldn't do an interview with us. But Finstad did speak to us from Washington last week. What is your reaction to the fact that the state reported inaccurate information to the federal government and then relied on that information to answer questions when we started asking about the program?
I'm just a common sense farmer from southern Minnesota, but that sure seems to me of quite a bit of incompetence on their own level. You guys can't even get your numbers right. How do we trust that you're administering these precious taxpayer dollars appropriately to our neighbors in need? They've lost all credibility on that.
Oh man, Minnesota, there's a lot of questions, man. They've been getting away with it for a long time. Bilking the system, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward now. Hope you guys like the show so far. It ain't over. We ain't even nowhere near the middle. Just double tap that screen to get those likes up. Hopefully get more people over here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on, and we got to get into the next story. Shh. How many people like flying United Airlines? Well, guess what? Sometimes those stewardesses, they get on my nerves. They act like police. Like, you can't say certain things, you can't do certain stuff. Yeah, I know I always say certain things about how to dress when you get on the plane, but I'm not going to tell you guys I haven't had run-ins with certain stewardess that didn't seem like I just wanted to, stay in your place, but I didn't. Case in point, we got a situation with this United Airlines flight attendant. Flight attendant, who describes how he was arrested. And he don't got to describe how he was arrested. They're going to show you how he was arrested. He thought it was all good, no problems going on and nothing like that. But guess what? Yeah. A little bit more drama he got to deal with than he expected. Can't put your hands on people when you're talking. Don't touch them.
Hello, sir. I'm Officer Dawson. This is Officer Train.
Okay.
You know why we're here?
Yeah, I don't. We're here because of...
And by the way, anytime the police approach you and say, you know why we're here, you got a problem.
Something that happened on the bus.
I asked the lady to turn her phone off.
Yeah. So she basically reported a battery incident on the bus.
What was the battery?
So that's what we're here for. Because
I asked her to turn her phone off.
And so you know we have other witnesses from other airlines too. I just want to hear the version, your version of this.
So
just so you know, we have witnesses from the other airline. Just want to hear what you got to say about it. I think you need to tell the truth at this point, homie.
I was in the bus shelter. She's screaming on the phone, and I said, "Can you turn your phone off?" She calls me a racist over and over and over. She flips me up with her fingers. She tells me to go f myself. And I said, all we need is quiet in the shelter. We need quiet on the bus. We're going here.
And I'm gonna go ahead. You can sue me all you want, homeboy, but he looks like a flame. Down with the broken wristed click. Couldn't straighten his wrist if you put a 2x4 under his wrist with some duct tape. Sorry, call me what you want. Look like he down with the broken wristed click. Call me, and I tried it. Who talks like that? No. A little bit on the eminent side to me.
We go into the terminal. I find her coworkers coming down, and they give me her boss's information because I want to send a thing and say we don't scream on the bus, we don't do anything, and
Well, apparently this happens. This started before the bus. And then during the bus.
it started in the shelter,
Oh,
then on the bus,
okay.
and then coming to work.
What about the shelter?
So I followed her down towards the Marriott. Her coworkers coming this way. 3 of them stopped and said, "Oh, this is our boss's number. I have the boss's."
We don't care about all that. Did you put your hands on her? And stop trying to talk about the co-workers and all of that. Anytime somebody trying to add to the story, they always add glitter and gold or try to spice stuff up. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat right there, Jared. Everybody, tell Jared thank you. Ain't nobody else give me $1. Let's keep on going.
I took a screenshot of the boss and I said, we don't need to yell on the bus. Everybody can have earphones. Everybody can be texting. You're screaming. I said, don't scream. I did turn around and put my hand on her shoulder. And I said, can you please stop? And that was the only time I touched her.
He admitted to putting his hands on her. That's it right there. You should have shut up. What they always tell you when the police come to ask you questions? I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I have no idea what you're saying, because now they got a statement from you and it's corroborating what she said. Thun-thun-dun.
Okay, did you, so after you guys have an exchange words, you reach over, grab her badge, and take a picture of it?
I don't think I took a picture of her badge, no.
I have American Airlines witnesses. Saying a little bit different of your story. You did touch her shoulder. That's what they say.
I did touch her shoulder on the bus.
Admit it again.
And she told you to don't touch me.
She said, she started screaming, and I said, nobody needs to
It's
hear.
technically a battery, just so you know. When you
technically a battery.
Touch or strike somebody
I didn't
without their
strike.
permission, I'm telling you how the Florida statute reads.
Okay.
The way, if you wouldn't even touched her, we just would have left it verbally. But
I did.
the fact
Notice how he's moving away from where he was about to get the flight, and they got him in a much quieter area, and it's going to get a little more quieter and quieter. Basically, he's being arrested without the... Just to explain to you guys what's going on here.
that you did,
I did, and I touched her shoulder, and I said, can you please stop on the bus? I did.
Apparently the whole situation caused her a lot of distress. She was crying when we got there. So
she made the complaint?
Yep.
Yeah, she was the one that made the complaint.
Okay.
There you go. And it might be against United Airlines, too, to get a little bit of that bag swag. You know what I'm saying? I had one of your airline stewardesses. Oh, my God, I don't think I can ever fly again. Anytime I see wings, it just makes me scared. I need 100 million. But I'll settle out of court right now for $1 and some envelopes. You know how some people are, you guys. They go a little extra with it. If you guys know Friday, y'all know what I'm talking about. $2 and some jawbreakers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ezel. Hey, Smokey, I clean up all that shit back there for you for $2. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Florida as they're clarifying the state law regarding license plates. We talked about this in the heading. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on going. I don't know what this is up here. I ain't even going to pay attention to it. Let's go.
Safety and motor vehicle. The new law does not prohibit the use of
So yeah, be careful with those license plate covers, you guys. And thank you so much for the $10 super chat from the Mad Hatter. Ain't see the Mad Hatter in a long time. How you doing, Mad Hatter?
license plate frames. That's as long as they do not obscure the alphanumeric plate identifier or the registration decal in the top right corner of the plate. This is an example. The numbers, though blurred, are clear and visible, as is the decal. This is an example of a plate that does not break the law. The text at the very top and at the very bottom of the plate is somewhat obstructed by the frame, and that is also okay.
So Y'all be careful out there. You don't want to get no tickets for the
Morning, we're digging into the controversy surrounding a floor.
Because they really going at it right now when it comes down to that. They stopping people. I saw somebody get a ticket the other day. Anybody in Florida know what I'm talking about? Go ahead and chime in and do your boy a favor. Give me some backup on this one. New York, we got to get on over to And If I Can Make It There, I'll Make It. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. What part are we going to? Okay, here we go. We got a possible ain't gonna say the rest of the word, 8 crime in Brooklyn. Especially ain't gonna say all that. Not doing that one right there. I'm gonna let them say it, but we gotta report it. So let's get into it, you guys. We got 2 possible people that was involved in this situation in Brooklyn. Not gonna say the word, let them say it.
Chabad leaders say a Jewish man was stabbed about a block from their world headquarters in Crown Heights. It comes one day after police say 2 Orthodox Jews were attacked on the subway. Lisa Rosner reports this all comes during Hanukkah when the victims were trying to spread the light.
Video shows 2 Orthodox Jewish men, a 20 and 21-year-old, confronted on the southbound 3 train as they headed home to Crown Heights. Police say it happened around 8:40 p.m. Monday. Friends of the victims tell CBS News New York that before the video, the 2 suspects yelled, "F the Jews and I'll kill you." We got reaction from Devorah Halberstam, whose son Ari was murdered in 1994 on the Brooklyn Bridge by a gunman motivated by anti-Semitic hate.
We are deeply pained and grieving this week. And unfortunately, they were attacked on the subway just for who they are as identifiable Jewish kids with the yarmulkes and the hats on their head.
The NYPD says it appears to have originated over a dispute about subway seats, and investigators have a person of interest they're looking for in connection to the aggravated assault. But police say they do not currently have evidence it was a bias-based attack. A Chabad spokesperson says the yeshiva students had just celebrated Hanukkah in Union Square. Israel's ambassador to the UN says he spoke with one of the victims.
I spoke with one of them. We encouraged them to be strong, to prevail. Unfortunately, this Hanukkah became a hunting ground against Jews.
Man, listen, welcome to New York. He was from out of town. I'm just going to tell you guys, you're lucky it ain't get worse. Welcome to New York. I done seen mad worse happen. I seen this one lady sitting on the video, because if I was there, I would have had to do something about this. This lady walks over to a lady that's sitting down, and everybody gets away from her. She grabs the lady by the ponytail and pulls her ponytail back and won't let her hair go. And takes and holds her hair for 5 minutes, just holding on to this lady's hair. I done went over there and booyah! Disney. Yeah, she would have been seeing Disney tweets after a while. And then, you know what? I don't think I'm going to put my hands on anybody anymore. Because sometimes crazy need to meet crazy. Sometimes I seen this one dude. Now, I'm walking by the college, maybe last month. Little white dude. Walking around the ladies. So as soon as I got close to him, shit, I'm crazy too. Nigga looked at me and was like, I'm getting the hell out. Exactly, homeboy. Crazy need to meet crazy sometime. And right when it go down, especially if you know you can take his ass. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's keep on going. St. Louis, we got these spending questions that persist as the judge is considering what's going on with this sheriff right here. Yeah, we got this situation where we following up on this sheriff here. He's been locked up for a little while, but he's been actually still getting this salary. So there's a bunch of questions going on about court costs and much more.
As a judge weighs whether St. Louis Sheriff Alfred Montgomery gets to keep his job, financial questions keep piling up.
Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes has been pushing for answers on expenditures as the office prepares for a judge's decision on whether the top man can remain in office.
The sheriff's office has asked for a hearing for a judge to decide whether it's the sheriff's office or the state that's responsible to pay for having Alfred Montgomery transported here to his civil trial every day. Meanwhile, the sheriff's office has denied telling us about other financial expenditures we've asked about.
People should know
what is being spent on these things.
That was a twist from Sheriff's Office lawyer David Mason after we showed him these denials his office emailed Fox 2 in response to our questions about the sheriff's salary while he's been in jail and what's been paid for attorney's fees. Mason confirmed Montgomery has continued receiving a paycheck every other week.
The salary provided by city budget for the sheriff is $144,200 a year. He is statutorily entitled to his income until he is actually removed, resigns, or retires.
Attorney's fees since Montgomery's been locked up?
I can give you the exact number. 0.
He says Matt Gio, seen here, is just getting his regular sheriff's office salary, as is Mason himself.
So I believe I'm at $25 a year.
$25,000, Mason says.
Everything I do over and above what that would normally be the pay of an attorney, I just do gratis.
Private counsel?
Justin Gilfan is paid privately out of Mr. Montgomery's salary.
Then there's the near $7,000 it costs for U.S. Marshals to transport Montgomery to a civil trial every day. Mason is preparing to argue to a judge that the Attorney General's office picked that up.
The state kind of took this on. This is old saying, you have to take your defendant as they are.
A hearing could be held Thursday.
Yeah, that's kind of true. It's like you want me to pay for you, transport me back and forth. You got me in here. It's like if I go in, the state got to bring you back and forth to court.
To determine who pays. A court
put me on an ROR, release them on his own recognizances. Don't remand. How about that? So you don't have to pay for that. Let's keep on moving forward now, because this is a bad one here. How many of you guys go on those Royal Caribbeans or Carnival cruises? It's pretty bad right here. I'm just going to tell you right off the cuff. This guy right here was given 33 drinks in the course of 2 hours. And of course he lost his life. Why were they doing that? Because they were getting his room prepared. And why was he going back and forth? I have no idea. Let's keep on moving forward. I want you guys to see this situation right here. It's pretty tragic story when you get into it. Let's check this out. Start it over again. Try to spin. Yeah, pretty bad story, y'all. I'm sorry.
Well, a new lawsuit claims that staff on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship
33 drinks in a matter of hours. Let's open that screen up right there. That's what I was trying to do. Are we good? Let's go.
Served a passenger 33 drinks in a matter of hours. The family of 35-year-old Michael Virgil accuses the company of negligence. Now, the family says during the cruise, he was tackled by security and given medication. Christian Benavidez reports that he later died on the ship.
One of the world's biggest cruise lines is facing new allegations of negligence. In a new lawsuit, the family of Michael Virgil, who died on board a Royal Caribbean ship last December, alleges the cruise served him at least 33 alcoholic beverages while the family was waiting for their room to be ready.
That's too much.
Kevin Haynes represents Virgil's family.
It stands to reason that he was demonstrably and obviously intoxicated, and yet Royal Caribbean kept pouring the drinks.
According to the lawsuit, Virgil then tried to find his fiancée and their 7-year-old son while intoxicated, but got lost and became agitated. The family claims cruise security tackled him to the ground, stood on his body with full body weight, administered a sedative, and used multiple cans of pepper spray to subdue him. Virgil died hours later. An autopsy determined his death was a homicide, due in part to mechanical asphyxia and alcohol intoxication.
Wow.
So it never should have gotten to the point where he was so intoxicated that he was wandering around the vessel looking for his family. In fact, his family has consistently said since day one this is very out of character for him. They refer to him as the gentle giant in his household.
In a statement, Royal Caribbean said, "We were saddened by the passing of one of our guests, worked with authorities on their investigation, and will refrain from commenting any further pending litigation."
Oh yeah, because they want a lawsuit out of that. I mean, 33 drinks is a lot, and then we do have people in the comments that's saying, like, why would you want to consume 33 drinks? Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because boy, do we have more. This next one I got for you, I can't believe it myself when I tell you. I'm talking about, this is a shocking moment where this, I'm scared of heights. I already told you guys, I'm not messing with no heights. Who that right there? Thank you, Jared, for the $1 super chat. I told you guys I'm not messing with no heights, right? I already told you that. This fool here gets out of the window. I'm not talking about the lady I showed you guys last week that was hanging off the side of a building trying to hide from the husband's wife. Now the roles are reversed. We have a husband outside of a hotel window, let's say 14 stories up, holding on to the sign of the hotel. That would be the day I get caught. Yep, I get caught that day. Come on in, I'm out of here. Whatever you got in your hand, you're gonna be able to use it. I'm caught. You got me. Or you better cheat on the low floor. Something. You better do something, buddy, because ain't nowhere in the world you're going to catch Bugatti hanging on to no sign like this. I don't care. You got me, baby. Yep. Take the picture. Do what you got to do. Now, how the hell you know how strong that sign is up there? Now, this is the terrifying moment. A lover dangles from a hotel sign on the side of a building, apparently to avoid being caught cheating. The incident happened in Hangzhou, China, after a man was apparently discovered in a hotel room and attempted to escape through a window. Do they even look out the window in China? They just be like, oh, whatever. Second Somebody in the comments said, ain't no CUDA worth limbs like that. He climbs to a large emanated sign with both hands several stories above the ground in nothing more than a pair of brightly colored underpants. Ain't no way. I'm caught. You got me. Yes. Motel 6. Reports say the man scaled along the exterior wall until he reached the sign where he remained stuck outside. And dude, you already caught. They're at the window, like pointing. You caught. Like, what are you doing? You caught already. Why even go out there? Look at them point. Watch their point. Now, unless you did that to get police help to get you out the room safe, now you caught. They got a video on you trending on the news. Yeah. You're going to get a bad divorce going on there, my friend. He's so handsome. He's glad it's Chinese letters, not Spanish, Mary. I can read LR, but not RL. Dang, man is kind of funny, but also kind of sad. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Stop hating. Let's keep on moving forward because we got much more in the kitty and we got to get it out. Okay. New Orleans arrest. This is in Orleans. I can't say the other word, but I can let them say it. Let's get those likes up, double tap that screen, hit that notification bell, and let's keep it moving. Let's go, you guys.
We have new information on a suspect tied to a group planning a New Year's Eve terror attack.
We reported about this, but it's a follow-up story to it.
Attack in California.
And court documents revealed today show Micah James Legnon was also planning an attack here in New Orleans. WDSU reporter Alyssa Gomez live downtown. Alyssa, who was he targeting?
Yeah, Gina Travers, the FBI says that Legnon was planning on targeting federal agents in New Orleans and that they stopped Legnon while on the way here. On my way to NOLA now, be there in about 2 hours. That's the message Legnon sent to his Signal group chat with guns, gas canisters, and body armor loaded in a car. Criminal complaint documents reveal new details behind Legnon's plan, most of it communicated through encrypted messages.
Anything online is trackable, traceable for a reason.
IT expert Larry Lavallee says that even with encrypted messaging, Ethical hackers are able to access information, including credible threats.
We don't know what devices that software was sitting on. That may have been an outdated iPhone, an outdated Android, a computer that maybe needed security updates. And so those things, those tangible things, are easy to compromise and hack.
Messages also reveal Legnon had an extensive military background as a Marine and planned to train others in the Turtle Island Liberation Front in combat shooting. The FBI says that while executing a search warrant, they found sniper and SWAT training manuals, as well as assault rifles and multiple rounds of ammunition. Legnon now faces federal commerce charges, but a former federal criminal prosecutor says Legnon could face even more time behind bars.
At the high end, it's 20 plus years. I would anticipate that as this case continues to be ferreted out, they get more information, maybe they have more cooperating witnesses, or there's more information that develops from it, or maybe he admits to other stuff, that additional charges could be filed, in which case that would likely enhance whatever sentence he had.
Yeah, you ain't getting out no time soon.
And Attorney General Liz Murrow weighed in on the arrest, saying in part, quote, that she finds it disturbing, and that also, even though the FBI is leading the investigation, if state charges can be filed, they will be. Live in New Orleans, Alyssa Gomez, WDSU News.
Thank you so much for that information right there. We got to get on over to Detroit right now. Detroit, step to the front of the stage, please, because I've never heard about nothing like this in my life. What is it, Macomb County? And I guess they've never heard about it out there either. You know how some people say, what people do for money, right? Right? Remember that, right? But what will people do to save their money and to keep their money? We got this one fool who had his friend go take his paternity test, and guess what happened to both of them? They got locked up, and now they both got charged. That's right, you guys. Never heard before, never seen before. Why don't you go take my test for me so that it comes back that it's not my kid and I'll pay you? Well, guess what? Didn't work.
With that shocking paternity test imposter, prosecutor
Didn't work.
say a Macomb County man hired a stand-in for a DNA test. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us tonight. That test was to determine the father of a 2-year-old girl. But now both men are behind bars.
Tonight, 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley is talking to that child's mother about how this paternity test plot was unraveled.
It was crazy because it was like I already had a feeling that he was doing something sneaky, but I didn't think that he would do that.
Isis Harton was stunned to learn Mark McCracken, the man with whom she's had an on-again, off-again situationship, has been charged alongside an accomplice in an alleged fraudulent paternity test scheme.
You should have known something was wrong if his last name is McCracken. Serious? McCracken?
The Macomb County Prosecutor's Office says McCracken arranged for 36-year-old Derek Harrison to impersonate him at a DNA paternity test appointment last September. The test was ordered to determine the paternity of Harton's 2-year-old daughter, Talia.
She's fun, she's very smart.
Harton says McCracken wanted nothing to do with the girl, despite the two sharing an 8-year-old son.
He just said that he doesn't want his wife to know about her and that he doesn't want anything to do with her.
He's married?
Yes.
Wow.
He is. He wasn't married when he got me pregnant.
Investigators say Harrison submitted his DNA at the appointment while posing as McCracken. The test initially came back saying McCracken was not Talia's father.
He got caught because I went back up there because I knew that the DNA test was wrong.
And there was evidence. The county sent Harden a picture of the man who showed up for that paternity test, and to her shock, it was not McCracken.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? He really went to that extent, like that far.
Is that the guy that you saw?
Yeah, he looked a little bit different. I have seen him before. That looks like one of his workers.
Have you ever seen a case where a guy is supposed to go in for a paternity test, but he sends in someone else in his stead?
Never.
Macomb County Prosecutor Pete Lucido charged both men with tampering and says McCracken may have been trying to avoid child support responsibility. The county has about $300 million in arrearages. Lucido says his office recovered more than $3 million since 2021.
A child only has one childhood. They don't get two. And if you can't make it the best childhood and support that child, then what are we doing as parents?
All that to deny a beautiful, innocent young girl.
We reached out to McCracken's lawyer for comment. He says his client is entitled to the presumption of innocence. Both.
You ain't never lie. The presumption. The presumption. They got pictures, homeboy.
Both men are still lodged here at the Macomb County Jail. They both have criminal histories, which means they could spend up to 15 years in prison if convicted on that underlying charge of tampering with evidence. I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
All right.
15 years? Oh, man. Oh, man, I know they in there like, yo, man, I didn't know you was going to get me messed up in this shit. I bet you he telling now. They bring him a burger and fries. He going to be like, yeah, man. Yeah, y'all got some, give me a strawberry shake with this. Once you see them eating that burger with them fries, like the first 48, you already know it's over. He going to tell it. I'm telling. You already know he going to tell it all, y'all. We got to get on over to these farmers that's not playing when they over there in Parliament. Farmers are hurling potatoes at the police. They're angry over there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I was assuming that could something like this happen to our government where the farmers get together with their tractor trailers and just go to, you know, don't want to give them no ideas, but look what they're doing over in Parliament, you guys. Check this out. I mean, it got kind of crazy over there. Check it. That's the truck drivers right there to Parliament. I'm sorry, farmers. They're not happy about the their farming agreement that they're trying to push through over there, and they're showing it by everybody bringing their tractors to Parliament and hurling spuds at them. You do know what a spud is, right? A spud? That's them, not me. Now they start hurling the spuds. They throwing potatoes and they shooting back with water. Yeah, I said water, so y'all can't get mad at me. I ain't say nothing bad. You can't do nothing about it. Come on now. So yeah, it seems like it's going down over there, and they're letting themselves be heard. Yeah, I was wondering, what if they do something like that in our country? They go out to everybody roll out and just roll up on the government with them big old trucks like that. I'm not trying to start another January 6th or whatever, but they wasn't playing. Y'all do me a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Would you go to Michael Jordan's former home in Chicago if they designated a museum? I mean, would you like to go see where Michael Jordan used to live at when he was number 23? This is what the new owner's trying to do. Check this out, you guys.
New tonight at 10. Imagine Michael Jordan's former mansion in Highland Park as a tourist attraction. The new owner wants to open the Highland Park estate to the public for fans to enjoy the property and the amenities inside and all around it. Kind of like Graceland, Elvis's former home in Memphis. NBC5's Jen Shantz with the story tonight.
In order to make his vision a reality for MJ's former mansion, the new owner would need the city to approve a zoning change. Tonight, for the first time, he presented his ideas for Champions Point.
Champions Point has the potential to become a world-class museum, uniting people from all ages and
your boy trying to get some money off his property. He think he's slick. Champions
backgrounds
Point.
Under a common purpose, to explore what it means to be great in life.
Anticipating 300 visitors per day, owner John Cooper's vision relies heavily on cooperation from the Park District, to which he would give 5% of ticket sales. His proposal, which the mayor likened to a Graceland, also includes 48 days a year of free community programming, about 13% of its operating time.
When your neighbors bought their homes, this was a residential area, continues to be zoned residentially. The other 87%, you're not really talking about.
City leaders worried about the impact to nearby Helen Nature Center, which Cooper would potentially use as a drop-off site for his shuttle, so guests could walk to the mansion. A line of skeptical neighbors making their feelings heard, some sharing their dislike for parties Cooper hosted at the mansion over the summer.
Loud music, heavy traffic, buses, and hundreds of strangers entering a quiet residential enclave.
So we hear the noise, and we're burdened by this as well.
And a couple of supporters, including a woman who brought a group of Chicago youth to the property earlier this year to play on the basketball court.
I mean, of course, there are going to be a lot of people that like it, but the people that are there, they're concerned about the property value, they're concerned about damage to their property, and it's still Chicago at the end of the day, so you can't even front. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. If you are not a member, please go ahead and become a member. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. We got to keep on moving forward now because we got this intense, I would say pretty intense media coverage of Princess Catherine as she exits the central London building. What I actually like about her is that she actually goes and talks to people, and she's a nice person. I mean, she could be queen, so who knows? She sees all the people interested in seeing her, talking to her. One's got roses, you know. And you know, since we're already across pond, where we going with this, you guys? It's time to get into it. You guys know, it's time to get into it. But first, since it's a little bit slash entertainment, since it's a little bit slash, before we get caught up, this is the first time we ever heard from rapper Tory Lanez since he's been incarcerated. Let's see a little bit of what he's got to say.
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women. And it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, you know, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just, it's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lanez declined to testify during his 2022 trial.
Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for...
And they can't bring up any new information. And if it's no information that you can actually use from the prior case, it's going to be really hard to get through this situation here, you guys. Y'all ready? Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because we got to go. We got to get on over here to see why. And we already know why. But this is the last piece of honor that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor had, and he just got it stripped away from him. This is the it's basically his medals strapped, and he's taking away his military titles. Let's get into it, you guys. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Andrew been through a whole lot. I wouldn't be surprised if he start telling it on everybody. Let's go. How much can one man stand? So Andrew, they took his last military, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has officially been stripped of his last remaining military title. The Ministry of Defense confirmed earlier this week. And they say he was a pretty good war hero too. So that really sucks, man. You messed up your whole life by doing what you did. Terrible. That the former prince no longer the honorary rank of vice admiral. Holds it. He doesn't hold that, the rank anymore. He's been reduced to commander, retired in the Royal Navy. I'm moving forward, you guys, because I told you a long time ago, y'all didn't believe me. I thought that Jeffrey Epstein got his money from, like, you know, let's say, for instance, blackmail. Hey, he ain't here no more. Go ahead and sue me. I don't care. I think he did it from blackmailing people. I think he did it from stealing. Also, I'm gonna say a couple of probably a couple of moves that he did with a couple of people that I'm not gonna suggest about how much money he was spending to move certain women of certain ages around. You guys wanted it. Let's get into it. You thought I wasn't ready? Let's go.
That's from Dobbs Ferry. Can you name names, lay out Jeffrey Epstein's rise, the critical importance of the people he connected with, and the lies, the thievery, all that you lay out after, what, months, years of this investigation?
Yeah, we've spent a long time on this one, and it really starts at Bear Stearns, where Epstein is introduced to a guy named Ace Greenberg, who was a top executive at the investment firm. And Greenberg and another of his colleagues, Jimmy Kane, who's also a top executive there, took Epstein under their wings and made him their protege. And Epstein proceeded to go on kind of this spree of wrongdoing at Bear Stearns, everything from abusing his expense account, lying on his resume, giving a girlfriend early access to kind of hot investment deals. And time again, Epstein's protectors at the bank went to bat for him and basically got him out of trouble. And this was the start of a lifelong pattern for Epstein, where he would push the envelope, cross ethical, moral, sometimes legal lines, and basically escape with impunity because of his really astounding ability to charm people in positions of power and to use his leverage over people in positions of power. And one of the things we heard about Bear Stearns was that he was, and this was a time in the late 70s and early 80s where there was a lot of drugs and sex going on within the firm itself. And Epstein, it sounds like, was providing some of the top executives with drugs and with access to women. And so, you know, he had leverage and he was not afraid to use the leverage.
Since the 70s and 80s, he's been providing them with D-Rugs and Sills necks, but he also knew their dirty secrets.
And again, we see this over and over and over again in the ensuing decades of Epstein's life and career.
And David, one of the key figures that he cultivated was the Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz. Could you talk about how they got together and the importance of Dershowitz in his rise?
Yeah, and Dershowitz is interesting because he is both, and he goes on to become Epstein's kind of leading defender and leading protector, but Epstein connects with him by doing this thing that he does all the time, which is he leverages one connection to form another, And so in the case of Dershowitz, Epstein in the early 90s had become close with a woman named Lynn Forrester, who was this successful telecom executive who was very close to Bill Clinton and the Clinton White House. Epstein befriends her. She is friends with Dershowitz, and Forrester asks Dershowitz if Epstein can come over and visit him. So Epstein and Dershowitz get together on Martha's Vineyard, and Epstein convinces Dershowitz to fly out to Ohio with Epstein for a birthday party for Les Wexner, who is the billionaire retail tycoon who owns brands like Victoria's Secret. And this is the start of a years-long and very fruitful relationship for both Epstein and Dershowitz. And Dershowitz gets a lot of notoriety and, I think from his perspective, probably fame from his representation of Epstein. And Epstein, for his part, gets this access to a world-class lawyer who engineers a sweetheart deal for him in around 2007 that gets him basically out of trouble when he was facing a sex trafficking and money laundering investigation in Florida. And Dershowitz, and to this day, is one of Epstein's leading public defenders. And so it was an investment that Epstein made in this man in a very kind of prescient way early on. And that entailed not just introducing him to people, but also getting him access to invest in very exclusive hedge funds. And when those investments didn't work out, getting Dershowitz bailed out of those investments. So Epstein was just absolutely masterful at leveraging one connection to benefit another. And, it's often been said that Epstein is this math genius and this super sophisticated financier. What we found in our reporting is much simpler, which is that he may have been those things, but the evidence shows that what made a difference for him in the long run was his ability to charm and entrance and leverage powerful people off of one another.
And use the information, I guarantee that he got off of them once he got it. Because once you get a person of power and compromise a situation, you use it against him, i.e., asking Bill Gates for $100 million, asking another person for $400 million. I just want you to invest in this thing I got going on over here. Remember, I got them pictures of you, right? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because guess what? We got Democrats on the House Oversight Committee who have released a new batch of disturbing photos from the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein estate. Let's get into it. Thought I wasn't ready? I've been doing this. Yes, the photos include the deceased P2P billionaire Bill Gates and several photos featuring Lolita quotes scribbled on females' bodies. You got Bill Gates here with two different women with their faces scrubbed out inside of hotel rooms. 68 photos released, including New York Times columnist David Brooks, magician David Blaine, filmmaker Woody Allen, Trump ally Steve Bannon. So now this is what was written on somebody's leg. She was a Lolita in slacks. The most disturbing set of pictures is that of a woman featuring Lolita quotes on their bodies. Lolita was controversial novel of a pills need a fills now preying on a young girl. Some quotes actually came from the book, included she was Dolores on the dotted line, written on the spine of an unknown female. This guy's crazy. She was low, playing low in the morning, standing 4'10". He got all of this stuff out of that book. You know something is wrong with him, and he's writing it right on their leg, and you see the book is up there. This guy was crazy. This guy, yeah, he didn't have his marbles together. Where we gonna go? Let's get some audio here. Let's go. Okay, this is another thing I want you guys to see. I don't know. Try to send someone else. This is a text that he's got going between him and someone else. I have a friend, Scout. She sent me some girls today, but she's asking $1,000 per girl. I will send you the girls now. Maybe someone will be good for Jay, ? Name, 18 years old, height, measurements, weight. They had all that stuff. And the departing city was Russia. I don't know who Jay is. Must be Jeffrey.
Disgraced Finance Oversight Committee have released a new batch of photographs related to the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. In one of the photographs, Epstein can be seen surrounded by 3 women who have their faces blacked out. Another photo shows him pictured with the philosopher Noam Chomsky on board a private plane. Another shows the Microsoft co-founder and billionaire Bill Gates posing with a woman whose face has also been redacted. And then you've got this, a screenshot which is of a text about sending of girls. It includes the descriptions down the bottom and also a price. So joining us live now from the US, Republican strategist John Jordan. It's good to see you.
So I don't need to know no more. I kind of got my inclinations are confirmed, especially when you got emails going back between people with what? A price. Anytime a girl say a price, it already sends up a red flag. Like nowadays when you meet a girl and all of a sudden she say, can you send me $20 cash app? Can you cash at me for my lunch? Boo, I just spoke to you, just met you just now. Oh, you broke. Bitch, go ahead and get the hell out of here. Talking about can I cash app you and I just met you. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's keep on moving up, yo guys. Neither did I. I heard Tom Hanks' Island has been scrutinized. I didn't even know he had one. Civil chat, all welcome. Jeffrey. Okay, that's right. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got more. Heavily armed kills Knops, ram a car in Sydney and arrest 5 in the wake of the Bondi error attack. They're not stopping on this situation, guys, because they're expecting that there's a lot of follow-ups. They're expecting copycats, and they're also expecting people to do other things around the situation that happened at Bondi. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Y'all already see I'm leaving it on the field over here today. Hope you guys appreciate the show. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. What else I'm going to ask you guys to do? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on, and let's keep on moving. Let's go. We got heavily armed cops that rammed the car and arrest 5 people in Sydney days after the Bondi situation happened. Now, footage shows the counter-terrorism police wearing camouflage fatigues and armed with long-arm GUNs arresting and handcuffing the men. The way that they got them separated against the wall is kind of crazy. They're not playing in Sydney right now. They're not playing. It is understood that the police Land Cruiser was used to ram the Hyundai carrying 3 people. It's reported New South Wales police received intelligence that the individuals were planning to go to Bondi after having traveled from Melbourne. Hey, you guys, guess what? All of those social media accounts, all of the ones that were being scrutinized, guess what? They got AI scrubbing them. And if anything comes up crazy, boop, watch this one. Something's going on over here. This person's on the move. They just said that. Oh, you think they're not using AI already? Not just for Doge, baby. Let's go. They caught them all. They were traveling to Melbourne, from Melbourne. Cops said that the arrests were cautious approach in the wake of the Bondi pow-powing. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Like I said, we got to get on over to Louisville right now. The Louisville Slugger. They released video of a man. Oh man, this is a rough one right here. A man that's being fatally pow-powed by the police. He tried to tell him to put it down. He didn't want to listen. And then as a result, he's no longer here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Louisville, let's get on over to Louisville. Let's go.
Newly released body cam video shows us what led to a man being shot and killed by LMPD officers. It happened in Hurstbourne Acres earlier this month. Jamie May saw the footage firsthand this afternoon. She tells us what happened.
For the first time, we saw the body camera video from the officers who fired their weapons. This video is graphic, and we're only showing what happens before those shots are fired.
Hey, man, put the gun down. This body camera video shows the moments before the shooting in Hurstbourne Acres that killed suspect Casey Barnes. LMPD and Hurstbourne Acres police say they were called to Red Deer Circle on December 4th after reports Barnes pointed a gun at a woman and took her dog. LMPD Deputy Chief Ryan Bates says officers arrived and spoke to the woman at the scene.
As you can see, when they went into the initial area, they were getting
pointed a GUN at the lady and took her dog. You hear the other dog in the background too. Yeah, get my friend back. They got her.
information. They're trying to find out as much as they can about what they're going to face potentially later on.
One of the Hurstbourne Acres officers says he was called to do a welfare check on Barnes at his apartment earlier that day.
I knocked several times. He never came to the door, or he never answered the door. He finally did reply to me. He said, "Yeah, I'm fine."
After discussing that interaction, officers canvassed the area looking for him. They later saw Barnes in the courtyard.
Was that a person saying that? There's a person saying that. He's pointing this way.
Officers are seen running in his direction. LMPD officers Michael Crow and Austin Taylor are heard ordering him to put his gun down, but Barnes did not comply. They fired their weapons and Barnes was killed.
They respond quickly, decisively, and appropriately. And it's important to point out that they didn't get the opportunity to choose the time, distance, and manner that this took place. That was dictated by the suspect's actions.
Those LMPD officers have been placed on administrative leave pending the investigation process. Jamie Mays, WLKY News.
Yeah, terrible situation.
Newly released body cam video shows us what.
I don't even know what happened and why the man is no longer here. Pretty tragic situation right there. We want to pray for the loss and the tragic situation that happened in Louisville, as well as his family and everybody affected by this. Want to tell you guys, amen. Let's get on over to Houston really quickly. I hate to mix one thing with the other, but you know what? I'm not even going to say it because it's pretty gross. And I'm going to let this guy say it himself. Let me open up this screen right here. Check this out.
Food and rats are words most people do not want to hear in the same breath. A customer sent KPRC2 News cell phone video recorded inside a local Walmart in Humble. What the video appears to show is shoppers talking and questioning what's being sold in the produce aisle. KPRC2 News reporter Devin Clark is live near that Walmart with more on this story.
I hope you got a strong stomach because this is pretty graphic.
Right, Devin.
Keith, you know, when you go shopping for produce, you're not really looking for any surprises, especially not the kind that crawls around. But take a look for yourself. We want to warn the viewers out there what you're about to see may be disturbing.
Oh my God. Really? Wow.
This video shows what appear to be at least 2 rats on top of cucumbers along the fresh produce wall at the Walmart on North Sam Houston Parkway East. Look closely and you can see them moving beneath the shelf where the vegetables are stocked, right under a sign that reads, Manager's Special.
I had a cucumber last week.
Was it from Walmart?
Yeah.
From this Walmart?
Yes.
The customer who recorded the video wasn't available to speak today, but tells KPRC2 News they were disgusted and immediately went to speak with store management. Brooklyn Bates, whose family owns a food truck in the area, is glad they did.
I go shopping there.
She says seeing the video made her think twice about going back.
That really just is shocking me. Being clean is the #1 priority.
Her mother, who asked not to be identified, says it's the Walmart their family uses because it's close to home.
We bought apples and other vegetables and fruits.
Now this small business owner has some strong advice for the popular mega store chain.
You need better pest control because this shouldn't ever occur.
Cell phone video from the store today shows some produce shelves cleared out while other sections remained stocked. In a statement, a Walmart spokesperson tells KPRC2 News customer health and safety is a top priority, saying potentially impacted products were removed from the store and additional preventative measures were put in place with vendors. Harris County Public Health says it did inspect this store after receiving that video and 4 complaints. It says it found a dead rat on a glue pad behind a cooler, but all of the affected products had been removed and sanitized. We want to mention that this store did get an overall score of 96, but it also got a citation. We understand there's another inspection scheduled before Christmas.
I think the inspectors need to be inspected in that case. If they're giving them 96s, they need to be inspected. Who the hell is inspecting that place? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over here to, I want you guys to see this situation over here where this university in Florida, Atlantic University graduate defies odds to achieve engineering bliss. You guys ain't going to believe this right here. Check this out. I'm talking about I'm going to let the story play for itself. There's a lot of them today that can just talk for themselves.
A Delray Beach woman just graduated from Florida Atlantic University, and it's quite an achievement. She was injured in a traffic accident back in July of 2018 when the SUV she was riding in was hit by an off-duty PBSO deputy. Ari Height has her incredible story.
Graduation day at Florida Atlantic University, a lifetime achievement for everyone in the cap and gown. But the applause for one graduate,
Farrah Fox,
was louder than anyone else's. And that's because Farrah Fox's story is remarkable.
Someone pinch me, I'm dreaming.
July of 2018, another driver ran a stop sign in Delray Beach, plowing into Farrah's vehicle. She spent 17 days on life support, was in a coma for about 5 weeks. Once she woke up, she had to relearn how to talk, how to walk, how to function. She finally returned home 8 months later, still so much healing to do. Doctors told her she'd never reach her goal of being an aeronautical engineer. Back then, Farrah told the doctors they were wrong.
They don't know me. Like, they can try, but they don't know how determined I am.
Fast forward to now. Farrah walking across the stage to accept her degree in mechanical engineering with a certificate in aeronautical engineering.
I honestly feel so whole and complete. Like, I did that. And they tried to tell me no, but I didn't stop.
An incredible event. They told my daughter she could never do this.
I know my daughter's going to be written in history books. It's just a matter of time.
Farrah says at one point a professor told her to find an easier major. Her response cannot be repeated on television.
I'm not going to do that. I want to be an engineer. So I persevered, and here I am.
Here she is, not just surviving, but thriving. And next up, employment.
If you're watching, please send me a job.
And speaking of employment, Farrah says her goal right now is to do engineering work for the U.S. Navy. Her long-term goal is to be the first woman ever to walk on the moon. Ari Height, WPBF 25 News.
I don't think I could put anything past Farrah. Farrah get busy. I don't know. Farrah says she gonna do it. I think Farrah gonna do it. You guys, what y'all think about that? Y'all think Farrah might be able to achieve a lot of stuff that a lot of people here don't think that they can. That's why I keep on telling you guys, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Look what Farrah had to go through. Had to relearn how to walk. Had to go through a whole lot of stuff. Rebecca, Alanya, and Bueno. Keep on fighting, keep on pushing. As long as you got that air in your breath, baby, you're gonna get there. Don't give up. That's why we love you so much, and that's why we love everybody here. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Thank you guys. Let's keep on moving forward, because guess where we're going right now? We gotta get on over to Syracuse. Wait a minute, don't go nowhere. It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. Party ain't over. Let's get on over to Syracuse real quick. I want you guys to see something that we haven't seen in a long time. An act of kindness. Check this out.
The selfie shared around Syracuse over the weekend, a police officer and the woman when he helped.
You've seen the picture, and now meet the people behind it. News Channel 9's Andrew Donovan getting them back together.
It feels like a reunion of old friends.
How you doing? Long time no see.
But it's only the second time Rhea Holmes and Jamie Pastorello have met.
Good to see you. Likewise. You look great. You too. Thank you.
Wow.
Here you are. Have you guys seen each other since the pandemic? We have not.
Their story starts Saturday at Thornton Park. Rhea walking uphill with groceries from a food pantry in the blustery cold.
I knew that my box was heavy, so I decided to put it on my head to carry it that way.
I was watching her from probably 50 yards away, but it appeared like to me that she was out of breath, tired.
Parked nearby, Officer Pastorello interrupted his paperwork.
And I drove over to her and I said, ma'am, do you need a ride? And immediately she broke down.
Emotional, Rhea admits, because she felt a sign from above, help was on the way.
I said, okay, God, all right, God.
But she wasn't headed home just yet. In a warm police cruiser, the officer drove her the 1 mile to Oakwood Cemetery so she could visit the graves of her husband and father, who passed away earlier this year, the first holiday season without him.
I hope this reminds people to just, take care of each other, go out of their way, just for the simple things, something so simple. I thought nothing of it at the time, and it meant so much to her.
Before going their separate ways, they snapped the selfie, now seen on social media thousands of times. A powerful example for a profession rebuilding its reputation.
It opened up my eyes to see that he's not just an officer, he's a human, and he met my human need.
There's cops out there every day, all day, doing the same exact thing. It just, doesn't get the notoriety.
You don't know what you did that day, sir.
A reminder that protecting and serving has little to do with a badge. In Syracuse, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.
Yeah, man. The cops ain't. That's the way to serve the public, right? That's how you get out there and serve the public. You see somebody going through some terrible times, and you want to help them out. Right? And y'all know we ain't over yet, right? Because we got to do it with the kittens, and we got to do it with the animals. Got to do something with the animals today. You know how we get down, right? How mischievous can these kittens be? Cats, kittens. How many people here are kitten lovers? How about this? Let's give out a big, warm, loving prayer for the police officer as well as the lady who he helped. And let's pray that many more people be that way, especially in this time of year when people are in need and needing help. If one person can help somebody else, that is such help, and people will sure need it and appreciate it. Just gonna say amen. I want you guys to see this one mischievous kitten right here that causes a bit of havoc inside of they got their own cat cafe? You mean to tell me in Virginia they made their own cat cafe?
Virginia Cat Cafe is temporarily closed after flooding. It wasn't because of bad weather or a broken pipe, but instead a mischievous feline who likes to play around near the sink. Sorry, I'll tell you why in a moment. This is so funny. Madison McNamee has the story.
Humming fans and ripped open drywall, the new decor inside the perfect bean after volunteers walked into a catastrophe last week.
It was just like a monsoon.
While most might assume plumbing issues, owner Michelle Langham knew it was more of a four-legged problem.
We had seen him sort of playing with the faucet, and we were working on coming up with a way to turn it, off.
While most felines hate water, not Roller. A 5-month-old tuxedo cat dropped off just days prior to this.
And we are at the crime scene right now, also known as Roller's Playground. This is the sink that the little kitty was getting into when the place started to flood. We believe that he moved the towel into the drain and then turned on the faucet here. So the towel plugged the drain, the faucet could not drain out, and everything just overflowed,
ruining the space that just opened in mid-August. The Perfect Bean is the city's only cat cafe.
Now check out what Roller was doing while the other cats was trying to find high ground. Watch what he was doing. You see they got a wanted shirt for him, right? That's so hilarious. It says wanted, Roller.
When you walk in, it looks like a normal coffee shop, which the bottom level is. But on the second floor, it resembles a living room.
The cats are more comfortable. When the cats come here, it frees up space in foster homes for them to take more cats from shelters.
And customers can pay to hang out with them too. It's a home to the felines until they are adopted, but that means the cats stay here even when the cafe is closed.
He was splashing around in the water, loving it. So a lot of the other he was water skiing. A lot of the other cats were climbed
on the high spots to stay, dry, and they were like not happy, but he was having a grand time.
The rebuild isn't as fun. Floors and walls have to be reinstalled. The hope is to open before the new year. Until then, the Perfect Bean is taking donations to keep its employees paid.
It's pretty overwhelming, but we have had so much support from the community.
As for the cats, they're all in foster homes for now, including Roller, who is still finding his way into sinks.
Oh, I am cackling. So the reason this is so funny, because this weekend we fed our cats 1 hour later than we usually do, and they did not like that. And so the two of them actually found a wire under our sink and chewed through it. And it was spraying water for like 2 hours. Yeah.
Did it flood your bathroom?
It was pretty wet down there, and Van was a very angry fella, and so he was under there. He's like, "Oh, these cats!" And so he had to run to Home Depot, and then he found the little tape, and the kitties were just sitting there watching. And my kitties just love to nibble on everything.
That's what.
Yeah, Roller, y'all, cats, y'all. Don't get them mad. Don't get on their nerves. Don't pee them off. Y'all know how cats are. They have little attitudes, and they will take it out on you later. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But if you're trying to make some money, hit that link in the description today to make up to $800. That's right. One of those surveys by itself is for $700, and the other one is for like $100. $800 worth of surveys in there, you guys. You'll make some money, and I'll make some money too. Also, if you got a business, you're trying to be a lawn doctor, maybe you're a lawyer, or maybe you're trying to get your business out there as a mechanic, whatever you do, send your promos over to us, because we got over 60,000 subscribers that may want to see your promo. Only thing is, it has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order to fit in the post notification area. And also, we've already made some phone calls, you guys. We got a couple of locations where we're going to be doing the Show Your Talent search in Brooklyn. That's the talent search where Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, where anybody in that borough that wins that's the prize in our location, you're going to win, boom, $250 in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. Now we've opened up the competition so that people online can actually be a part of it. So the next time you guys find out when we're going to have a Show Your Talent search, you can just chime in on YouTube right here. Press that button and let us see your talent. I don't know if you can sing, dance, or whatever you do, but we want to see your talent. And if you're good at it, boom, you could make $250. After we get 5 people together, we're going to put them all together in one finale, and we're going to see who the winner is. And that winner, that's right, you guys see it right there, is going to win $1,000. That's right, hosted by BOOGOTTINYC. And guess what? Sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch and my DJ. You know who I'm talking about. Formerly of Black Ink Crew, DJ Don Dada. We're going to be turning it up. We're going to be having a fantastic time, you guys, the next time we do the Show Your Talent search. Anybody want to be a part of it? Go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's, 2 P's. www.drinkbigdrip.com. Put your email address in the mailing area. We're going to keep you guys up to date on where we're going to be at, and you can be part of the talent show. It's Friday, you guys. Don't act up because just got paid. Friday night, parties jumping, feeling right. That's right, you guys. How many more days to Christmas? Right around the corner. I don't know if you guys already got your gifts and everything together, but guess what? If you haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for. Last time for you to get a chance right now to go ahead and get those likes up. Send me all the money in your pockets. Also, become a member. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on, because we got to get out of here. We got to pray for who's up in the chat. We were praying for Rebecca Lanyen Bueno so that you have great health and continuously have great health, because we know that you're going through it, sis, but we love you and we always pray for you. Mark Dorfman, I already see Liberty and Justice. Who else is up in here? Jason. We got Liberty and Justice. Mark Dorfman. Sky is here. Luigi, what's up, bro? CJ the Cat. Who else is that? Jay Woods. Every single person here. Sam Champion, Kendra Walker, Ten Majim. We're talking about VIP Auction Group. Every single person that always here showing love. Amen, you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. It's Friday. We're going to do something we don't normally do that much, but we're going to do it today. Do me a favor. At the count of 3, don't do it in the chat. Do it physically. I want you guys to feel great getting out of here. At the count of 3, do what I do. Follow behind me. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. There you go. See that right there? It's free. It don't cost nothing, and they make you feel so good up in here, right? Don't it? Don't it make you feel good up in here? Seeing it's free. Look at that. Smiling for no reason, just because we happy. That's how I want you guys to feel. Drink your water. Problems present opportunities, and never give up, because guess what? Your boy got you the #1 chat, the #1 show on YouTube through the 6 o'clock hour until we're done, and we ain't gonna stop, and we're gonna keep on proving who we are. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. Saturday morning for the I'll see you guys tomorrow. Damn you, you killed my master. Get him. Peace.